We doing, everybody? Relly and Teach, ready to preach on this holiday Monday. I did not work today. I had off. I got to relax. Say the name of this holiday. I know it's controversial to some and many. For me, being both Italian American and Native American, I see both sides. But yes, if anyone wonders why there's a dream catcher right above my thumb, rest in peace, my grandmother, who was Abenaki. That being said, we were just discussing this, Teach and I, right? One thing I will say, enjoy today and appreciate those today. For those that love skateboarding, just remember Josh Kalis is almost 50. Ryan Sheckler is almost 36. If you love wrestling, the Dudleys just hung up the boots. AJ Styles is on borrowed time, and 1 year he's hanging it up. John Cena, 4 scheduled matches remain. So, as I said before, instead of hating, why don't we appreciate greatness in history? We thought CM Punk was done 10 years ago, if you remember. Not sure if it was 10 years ago, but nearly that. But we remember the politics from there. I certainly do. I still have a Cody Rhodes AEW Thronebreaker shirt that I just showed Teach before we got on air. Things happen. But regardless, I'll say it again. Enjoy today and appreciate those today. But let's get to business. Teach, Daddy, how are you?
Tired. Tired, and formally, I apologize to you and I apologize to our audience for last week, because last Monday, I will admit, I was absolutely knackered. I didn't have any caffeine on the show. Last Monday was absolutely a stressful and exhausting day because I was going through the whole process of becoming a first-time car loan owner of a new vehicle. Just getting a car loan and getting pre-approved and all that stuff. It was a whole day. Anxiety was high, emotions were high, so I was absolutely exhausted. And I had no caffeine in me, so I apologize to those if I seemed like I was falling asleep on the cast.
I mean, I think I saw one time where you looked a little comfortable, but that's about it. But for those who are joining us this evening, hello. It's definitely good to see everybody here. But needless to say, man, one thing I had it in my mind. We didn't say it last week, but remember for some companies, remember how we said sometimes like the seasons shift and it.
We lost some, ladies and gentlemen. The seasons shift.
The season shift, and then what happens is we go, hey, where is everything? Where's the fall flavors? It was back to school sale, and then we're like, okay, fall will probably start up in our week or so. End up being like a month, and then boom, glitch drops. Orange Screamsicle is back. Woo, limited time. Get there while you can. I was worried about it because mine was starting to get a little low. Now, I'm not sure. Actually, I got another one, but for a lot of people, that was a big one. I think
I
that's one of Glitch's best creations.
I do
But
miss
I
it.
mean, with some streamers hanging it up and with some flavors out of stock, you get a little concerned. Like one of my favorites, Neon Sugar. Again, I wish it wasn't light, but it's one of my favorite flavors. That's discontinued, and Laura the Explorer has hung up streaming because she was tired of Twitter fighting on a, if not daily basis, two of a regular basis. And I felt bad for her, honest. In that point of view, I felt bad for her. Because at the end of the day, nobody should go after your family, your kids, nothing like that. Like,
I I agree with your
grow up.
sentiment wholeheartedly. Nobody should go after your family or your kids. But there is a slight difference sometimes, my friend, when you are the one that's smacking the hornet's nest. Not saying every time, but sometimes
I
you
no,
smack the
I
hornet's nest and you can't be upset when the hornets go to first sting.
listen, I'm a handyman and I'm a maintenance man, so I know how it goes. You know how many times I've fought with yellow jackets and lost, or lost the battle and I had to go back to get the war? Like, oh my god, it's terrifying. Dude, I've gotten stung in the face, the neck, the shoulders. Like I had one time where they thought they had to bring me to the hospital. I had like 10 to 12 stings on me. Face, neck, shoulders multiple times. I was puffy. I had one guy when I was working in an attic, he just went zip right underneath my jawline and just got me. It sucked. I felt like I was like imagine like a giant like you got punched right here and then like you gotta eat and you gotta talk and you gotta do everything else. I was wearing a tight mask. It sucked. It's horrible. But at the end of the day, regardless, I understand that she poked the bear. And sometimes where I'm like, oh my God, this chick is ridiculous. But then it's just like somebody wants to turn the page and go for the balls and go below the belt. And it's just like, okay, no, 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 you can't do that. No, 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 no. Like, I mean, if somebody wants to have a disagreement with me, personally, talk about me and my personality. Don't go after what I believe in. Don't go after my friends, my family, just to make yourself sleep at night. It's not right.
Yeah, fuck the Dodgers.
I digress. Yes. Well, I mean, again, I'm hoping for Milwaukee, and how many times you're gonna have me say that one again?
To Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Brewers
Uh,
playoffs, bud.
look, I'm not a
Oh, playoffs.
I'm not a baseball guy.
No, I know you're not a baseball guy. I'm just saying Milwaukee sounds random to a non-sports fan. I'm just saying right now we're rooting for Milwaukee because they play the Dodgers best of seven. Oh, the pain.
Oh, the Dodgers are in it, are they?
Yes, it's the pennant final. Winner goes to the World Series. It's between the Brewers and Dodgers versus the Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Look, I don't keep up with sports unless a Michigan team is deep somewhere and we're actually in the playoffs or something. Then I'll semi pay attention. Otherwise, I keep to myself. I don't sports much.
I know that. But that said,
How about the
uh,
Lions?
so one thing, mm, I mean we played each other last night. It was scrappy at the end,
Oh, I
man.
forget you're a Kansas
Like
City fan. I forget that every time.
you do. Yes, it was a hard fought battle, and once that clock hit zero, there was punches thrown and everything. It was a good scrap. But going forward, one thing I wanted to actually mention to you, if I were to tell you, remember how I say every brand, whether if it's can or powder, tries to do something innovative every year? Sometimes it's for better, sometimes it's for worse.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes one brand will release more than another brand, and sometimes it's for better, sometimes it's for worse. And again, some of the times where I think if this is good or bad, Advanced GG has had a hell of a year, and they just released a white mystery flavor.
I saw that.
By any chance, did you see it?
Yes.
It said no hints, no colors, no giveaways, just mystery. Have fun. So when funds become available, because I gotta make a car payment and phone payment, and I gotta see what this side job pays, if he doesn't cancel on me again, I've considered it. And I'm still trying to weigh out what's going on with that Baja flavor, but I'm still I'm still struggling because I do it in 8 ounces, it's too sugary. I do it in 10 ounces, it feels like something's missing. I feel like if I this is gonna sound strange. I feel like if I found plain seltzer and put in 9 ounces of water, it might be perfect. But those are, I guess, specific?
Very.
Would you consider that specific?
Yeah. Maybe Pacific. Could be Atlantic.
Yeah, because, there's so many times where we've just said, as much as I hate to say it, G Fuel, for the very most part, 16 ounces of water, 1 scoop. Boom. Comes out exactly what needs to be. And then there's a very rare occasion, depending on the flavor, you just go, try 2 ounces less. And everyone might be like, hey, again, the Mega Man Blue Raspberry Slushy. That was what the case was. A scoop and a third.
I
That's
mean,
what it needed.
to be fair, my homeboy, uh, that was always the difference between you and I love that. Was that for me, many flavors, no matter the company. I just said 16 ounces. That's your common denominator. I try everything which is 16 ounces, the same every time. We keep it the constant. And you go, you know what? You're not wrong, but I want to try it with less. I want to try it with more. Let's see how it impacts the flavor. And I think it's good for us to have both those sides of the perspectives.
Oh, I understand. I just think that with some things, it's very inconsistent. For
Oh, agree.
example, your peach iced tea, I could have that in 16, no problem. If I have neon sugar in 16, it's almost giving myself a disservice because it just tastes like meh. Unfortunately, it's just that strict. The Glinchberry, 12 ounces religiously. Could do it in 10, if I'm being honest. It's just how it is sometimes. You know what I mean? Let's see. Um, the Dragon Mead from Glitch, I can do that in 16. The Trombone Juice, I can do that in 16. Quest item, I can do it in 16. Let's see. For next time I send you this box, what is it? The Visceral Reaction, 12. I tell you, make sure it's in 12. I'm just wondering the same thing how it's going to be if I pick up this advanced GG flavor and if they're going to actually release it. Like, I'm still not uncertain what the white elephant was for G Fuel. I still have it. I think it's good. I just don't know what the flavor profile is. And I hope Advanced GG doesn't do what I think was wrong with G Fuel. Now, listen, my bias to artificial watermelon being a double edged sword, it's either good or bad and no in between. I will fully admit that and that one flavors doesn't work well with me for the most part. But if you remember G Fuel's second mystery flavor, they put in coconut. And I even asked people on this, just people I know that have no idea what I'm talking about. And I said, if they made a mystery flavor and they put coconut in it, is that fucked up?
Yep.
And they said, yeah, probably. When you think of people that don't like flavors, coconut comes up. Not like a pineapple, not like a vanilla or a cotton candy or a watermelon. They'll be like, please no coconut. Like when they say, please not dragon fruit, well, yeah, that's just not practical. You say, please no coconut, justified. Very justified, especially on your end.
Oh, testify.
Justified. Uh, so tell me, Teach. I'll have you go first because I believe you got three in front of you. You sparked up the topic today, and this was a not last minute, but last day preparation. I had a couple topics in mind, but these healthy energy drink alternatives and he's got a couple in there. They kind of piqued our interest. And it kind of goes off of what we stand by. For example, this super fuel from eBoost, or I'm not sure what the hell the case may be.
And see, I've
We have
never heard
11
of that, and I've
ounces,
never seen that.
couple different colors, couple different flavors. But I thought blue raspberry, you can't go wrong. And if it does go wrong, we got problems. So here's what we have here: 11 and a half fluid ounces. That's a weird size, but whatever. 10 calories, 1 gram of sugar added. Vitamin B12 is actually 630%, potassium 290%, 6%, vitamin D 100%. I did not see that coming. Vitamin D, it says. Vitamin C 100%, niacin 130, 600. Let's see, zinc 100%. So if anyone's wondering that, this is 11 milligrams of zinc or 100% dosage. Do not drink this on empty stomach. I mean that.
How much caffeine?
Also a weird amount. Let's see, 110.
And
110 milligrams of minerals, 3 nootropics of L-tyrosine, natural caffeine, and L. Way to cut me off.
like the second ingredient.
Which second ingredient?
Yes.
I said it had 100% vitamin D, 100% vitamin C, 130% niacin, 100% vitamin B, 100% zinc, or 11 grams. You know what that means? Don't take it on an empty stomach. If anyone has ever told you about taking 10 milligrams of zinc on an empty stomach, you might just be sitting down and grabbing the bowl and sitting there for the next 20 minutes. Don't do it. Please be advised. And I tell people this all the time. Don't drink an energy drink on an empty stomach. What the hell's wrong with you? Between the acid and everything else, you're just beating yourself. Eat your breakfast, drink some freaking water. Don't do anything on an empty stomach like that. Use your head. 110 milligrams of caffeine, 10 vitamins and minerals, 3 nootropics of L-tyrosine, natural caffeine, and L-theanine, electronics, and antioxidants. Now, I think this would be a handsome good Red Bull replacement cut and dry. If you go by caffeine, if you go by ingredients, the only thing that I think is missing is the taurine. That'd be the only thing I can think of that would be missing. No artificial flavor, synthetic color, or sweetener.
Now, the funny thing is that before we started the pod, you had said to me, you might have seen a commercial for this. And I've never heard of them. I've never seen a commercial, a single ad, anything. And I'm probably sure that's just the same as what I have currently. You probably have never heard of or seen.
I think I've seen them, but present for the class, will you?
So apparently they also do pre-workout for reference, where some might have seen it that way. But in a local Meijer here where I live, they have what is called Bloom Sparkling Energy. And I've seen a few people I know drink it recently, and it's been out for a little bit, and it kind of sparked my interest. So Bloom Sparkling Energy, it is advertised with zero sugar.
I saw that the other day at my
GNC.
Lucy's. That's what it was.
They
Lucy's.
It says there's
Grocery store, by the way.
prebiotics, natural energy, boosts metabolism, supports mood. We have 10 calories, 0 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of dietary fiber, which is interesting. 0 grams protein, of course, 1.3 milligrams riboflavin, 8 milligrams niacin, 1.7 milligrams B6, and 2.4 micrograms of B12. Caffeine is from green bean extract. We'll like to see that. There is
Yep.
L-theanine.
I got both here. I got green coffee seeds and green tea leaf
Here's
extract.
one that I'm going to note heavily, okay? Because quote me if I'm wrong, and I don't believe I'm wrong with this. Happily prove me wrong, Mr. Relly. This is the first energy drink I have ever seen in the ingredients apple cider vinegar.
I believe so. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen apple cider vinegar in a red
But
energy drink before.
it makes sense.
As for the caffeine, there's 180 milligrams of caffeine per one can.
Okay.
We do have ginseng, sucralose, taurine. Those are going to be your
Yeah,
big
mine
hitters.
doesn't have Yeah, mine doesn't have sucralose or taurine in it.
They do say it has prebiotic fiber, and this is sparkling energy, so I'm going to assume here sparkling water, carbonated water to be exact.
So another healthy Celsius brand.
For me, I have three flavors. I have strawberry watermelon, cherry lime, one of Relly's favorites, and
Hopefully they don't screw it up.
juicy orange. To me, I think the big question is going to be, do I taste the apple cider vinegar? Because that in and of itself is a very strong note. If you've ever had apple cider vinegar for anything.
I tried to take a spoonful of it and chase it down with something. Boy, that's potent.
Right? So I'll let you draft. What would you like me to try
For
first?
for the let's do the watermelon.
Mr. Relly, boom, 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 or however the NFL draft sounds, has chosen strawberry watermelon as his first draft pick.
With the first round of possibly the last ever healthy energy drink round, Teach SV, now SV, selects Bloom Watermelon.
There like is, but there isn't a taste or a smell, I should say. Maybe that's the case too for the taste, but the smell is very interesting. Bottoms up.
Maybe this is how I thought Celsius would taste originally. I don't know. Is that facial reaction pleasant or unpleasant? Or is it still processing?
It's still processing. It's confused.
It's It's confused.
On the up, it's so weird because it's like you get very hints of strawberry, you get a very hint note of watermelon, you get a very hint note of strawberry. I definitely feel like I'm tasting a little bit the apple cider vinegar on like the very tail end, and the weirdest way I can put it, really, the weirdest way I can put it that you would understand. Okay, I want you to imagine Red Bull, classic Red Bull taste, but they put it in sparkling water and they're trying to make like a healthy energy sparkling water Celsius edition of Red Bull. That's the closest thing I can think to describe this right now. It is so weird.
So, not bad, just hard to process. Not bad, but also unsure of it. Not sure if this would be a thing I could get into. That's what I'm picturing. That sound about right?
Kind of, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the aftertaste and the after bitterness to it. If I have to give the strawberry watermelon a rating right now, .5 out of 10. I don't think I would finish it,
Based on that,
and I wouldn't recommend it.
taste, I thought worse. I thought it would be much worse.
All right, what's your second draft pick? Cherry lime or juicy orange?
We're gonna go with cherry lime.
Oh, he wants to go right down the line.
Just simply because I don't think orange could be putrid. And regardless, cherry lime, based on that face, it's a good thing we didn't save that for last.
Oh, if I was tired of this is definitely a pick me up from that smell. Oh, the smell alone. Again, we're just going by the smell on this. That smell.
So before you couldn't process the smell. What's that smell now?
That's a like medicine, cherry, robitussin-y.
Oh god damn it!
Yes.
I was afraid of that. By the way, in the NBA, there is a second pick curse, I believe.
Oh, it's a.
Yes, a second overall pick curse. I believe that is the case. It's the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Don't hurt yourself in the process of this.
Oh, oh.
Get some water. Get some water. Run to the sink if you have to. Teach.
Dear God, that is awful. Ugh. 2 out of 10.
Dude,
I won't even finish it. I'm not gonna even take another drink.
Hey,
Not.
hey, go. Hey, listen. Take the headphones off.
I'm good.
Bring that to the sink. Rinse your mouth off. Do whatever you gotta do.
I'm good. It is a for Relly's consideration. That is a certified fresh piper. And maybe I'll get a video for that.
Piper. Fresh piper.
Maybe I'll get a video of that to post on the Twitter for you. But
Fresh piper.
God, that tastes.
Ow.
I honestly, that tastes like as if you took pure cherry cough drops, melted it down, and like squeezed a little bit of lime juice on it. It's awful.
No.
2 out of 10. Would not recommend. Would not try again. Will not finish. Fresh piper alert.
Like Bing all over again. Oh.
Oh. In a fun segment that we would torture ourselves, we would have to like try to find some Bing and see which one's worse, Bing or this. That would be torturous, but that's content.
True, but
Okay, we might have saved the best for last. We might have. Again, going by the smell, it's a very refreshing citrusy orange. Salute.
you don't gotta smile, but you kind of have like a content face on it. You're just like, I'm interested. It's comforting. I'm okay with this. That's what your face describes to me.
Because it's kind of that. Out of these 3, the orange is easily the best, and that's not saying much. It's a decent orange, honestly. It's okay. It tastes like a very sparkling water orange. It tastes like, you know, a general orange and like a sparkling water taste. It's very light. There's definitely citrusy orange to it. Juicy orange. I don't know if we want to call it juicy orange because I don't know what's juicy about this, but there's definitely an orange. Out of the 3, this is easily the best. If I had to, I could finish it, but I still don't think I would recommend it. And out of pleasure, I don't think I would want to finish it. But if I had to, I would.
You may or may not finish it. Who knows?
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, being generous. It's a decent. Smell is good. Taste isn't awful.
So, question for you. How many orange canned energy drinks have you tried before?
I would like to think a good amount.
Okay. Amp Orange, where do you rank it?
Are we talking OG Amp Orange, or are we talking like Kickstart Orange? Because I haven't had an.
We'll put them as
I haven't had an Amp Orange in years.
Amp OG Orange is close to 15 years, so let's not put that. I was thinking more of the Kickstart.
Kickstart Orange, I would rank fairly decently. It's a pretty solid orange in my humble opinion. Mind you, there's a decent, like, little bit of sugar to it, but I would give it a solid, like, 7.5. It's a good orange.
Okay.
I think
Monster Orange.
We're talking the Ultra, or we're talking, like, orange cream?
Ultra.
Oh, banger flavor. That's an easy 8.5.
Really?
Yes, I think their sunrise orange is a great. It's a great tasting orange. That's a great morning pick me up. Flavor wise, we're talking
Hmm.
from the perspective of flavor. Great energy flavor. Great orange.
If only Glitch made an orange.
The one for me that will forever top it, and you could argue it's not orange, but let's be real, it's an orange flavor. Rise Sunny D.
Yes. So I just wanted to compare fruit to fruit, orange to orange. I think if you put in a cream or if you put in a artificial juice, I just don't think it's, Sunny D is its own category. But
Sure.
needless to say, again, orange is definitely overlooked. There's a lot of energy drink companies that don't do an orange. I always said that whatchamacallit, that I said Glitch should do an orange and such.
If we're comparing oranges to oranges, I will say there is honorable mention to Alani Orange. They make a fairly decent orange. It's respectable.
Milani orange.
It's
Yes.
respectable. It's been absolute years since I've had a Rockstar Orange.
Mm.
Um, another one that's
The
also
orange, the was it the I think it's the hydration or whatever it
the
is, the
recovery.
revive
Yeah.
recovery.
I've never had the
You can find them in Dollar
C4
Trees now.
orange. Zoa Orange.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about.
No, absolutely not. But
No.
just to let you know, if you wanna experiment and if you wanna find a Rockstar Orange Recovery, try your Dollar Tree. They have them in the 12 ounces.
Uh, Another orange that respectable. It's not on my top, but it's respectable. Um, Rainstorm.
They it seems like they're not making it they're not pushing it anymore, which sucks. Terrible because Rain had something cooking. I digress. The Rain Orange couldn't complain.
I don't. The one I will admit, because I'm also looking at this. I don't recall if I've had the orange bum yet. Did we try orange bum?
We both did, yes.
I must have not been good enough to leave an impression on me. Much as I hate to say that.
Um, I think it was just one of those. Yeah, it's here. I think you gave it like a 6 and you're just kind of like, I've had better.
Probably that makes sense. I probably gave it like a 6.5. Like, yeah, it passes, but it's nothing special.
And I think that's because when it comes to peach and orange, your criteria is like kind of high standard.
So
Same
there,
with me with cherry limeade. It's like but cherry limeade is so weird because you're either here or you're in the toilet. Like if you're Bloom or if you're Advanced GG, you're in the toilet.
yeah, that cherry lime is a fresh piper. I would not work. I don't even know if I would wish my worst enemies to try it. Honestly,
All right. Ironically, we do have some cans to try on this show coming soon, and one of them is a blue raspberry. So let's go with this. So again, I have no idea how this will go. Just cut my nails not long ago, so it's a little difficult. I'm used to having long nails because I'm usually peeling and testing tape and all that. You know what I mean? I'm always doing something, and longer nails just help. Interesting. It smells almost like there's fresh squeezed something. Hmm.
and this was blue raspberry, right?
Yes. And it has a little bit of a trace of a color. It's got some sort of vegetable juice they use there for color. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Is acceptable thus far.
Hmm. If I had to describe it, hmm. Picture a blue Jolly Rancher, but not sweet.
I don't know if I could picture that because I can only picture Jolly Rancher being sweet.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Is that like a sparkling energy, sparkling or not anything, or just trying to advocate for like being a healthy thing in a weird way? Is it more sparkling Celsius style?
Sp- Yeah, it's sparkling blue raspberry.
Hmm.
So for it to be sparkling and to taste like a non-sweet blue Jolly Rancher, that's very acceptable. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought this was gonna be in like the mid 2 range or so. I'm gonna rank this as 3.0.
So riddle me this, because what I found in my experience of testing these
3.0 out of 5.
from my experience from testing these like sparkling energy drinks nowadays, the Celsius forms, how's the flavor? And what I mean by that is how long does it last? Because I've always found that like you get a decent hit of it and then it's gone. Decent hit and it's gone. Does it feel like it's
It's still in
lasting?
the top. It's still in the top of my mouth.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm still tasting like blue raspberry, like some sort of treat. Making sure I don't got blue on my teeth or nothing like that. Making sure I'm not like a kid eating cotton candy or so.
All right, so he gives it a 3.0 out of 5 for Relly. Mind you, mine are out of 10, but could you finish it?
I gotta put this down, otherwise I might.
Oh, wow. Would you recommend it? Could you recommend it to a friend? You'd be like, yo, you gotta
Yes,
try this.
I could. I'd say be optimistic because just remember, the only sweetener in here is
Sucralose?
no, honey.
Oh, honey?
Yes.
Wow.
First ingredient, carbonated water. Second ingredient, honey. Third ingredient, citric acid.
Hold on, pause. So we've now had two energy drink brands, in my opinion, do something that we have not seen before in anything else. You were drinking something that is
You got
including honey.
so I think that 1 gram of sugar added is that drop of honey.
Probably. And I have apple cider vinegar in
Apple
these.
cider vinegar.
Yeah. So two
I'll
brands
say
doing
this.
something
I
different.
think I got the better end of the stick
Oh,
here.
easily,
Now, mind
easily.
you, I didn't want the ginger lime. I didn't want to go for a strawberry lemonade because you know how lemonades are when they're sparkling. It's like, why'd you fuck this up for me? I think I tried that not I think I tried that months ago when I was trying to make cologne. I was trying to make cologne and try and see what I can make there, and I just didn't think it was that pleasant. I think I got out on early Friday, but needless to say, I don't remember it well. And if it was good, I'd remember it. If it was putrid, I'd remember it. If it's meh, I probably don't remember it. But this one right here for blue raspberry, again, for all the blue raspberries, this is low for blue raspberry. But if you're trying to make a lifestyle change, like if you said, "Hey, I need to lay off artificial sweetener. I got to cut back on sugar." I mean, it's tough. I would even find it tough if I'm being honest. But could I get used to this? With this flavor, I think I'd be able to bite the bullet a little bit. It's like, hey, I need to cut back on sugar and artificial sweetener, and I need to tone it back on the caffeine. Would that be okay while I try to bridge the gap of pain? I think it could. Now, again, you might drink this and say, "What the hell were you thinking?" But this is just me here.
Look, I guess between the two of us, you've had the better of the brands. I've had the worst, unfortunately. And knowing that you are a giant fan of cherry limes and cherry limeades, I'm glad I can take the brunt of this, and you didn't have to experience this atrocity. Okay? Because you easily probably would have spit it out, probably at the camera, at your computer.
Well, thank God there's a bin next to me, and when the AC comes out soon, there will be well, I'd have to reach, but I'd try to see if I could set up a bin outside and see if I could make it or not.
Really would like to make frozen bad energy drink popsicles in the winter.
If you go buy frozen energy drink, um, only done that once.
I remember when we did the like snow cone grab snow bit on the show way long ago. I
That's
remember that.
that's that yes, and it was with it was with the Fazeberry hydration. I made it, and it was just I was happy as a pig in shit, man. It was good. Just like trying to do that, just like experience that. It was a good time. It
I've
was all vibes, man. All vibes.
I know exactly what you meant by that expression, but I've never heard that before in my life. Happier than a pig in shit. That is so good.
You've never
I've
heard that.
never heard of that. I've probably heard it as like happier than a pig in mud, but never a pig in shit.
Well, the mud and the shit are probably in the same place if you're a pig. Let's be honest. The same color, but anyhow. But one thing, but yes, I was talking about it was the Sonic sour cereal flavor. I forget what the hell it was called, but I remember dump trying to do the review outside, and I dumped it outside, and I'm like, "Fuck this!" And then I woke up, and I go to the walking path, and they're like, "What's with the blue ice?" And I go,
Oh.
my bad." I dumped down a snow bank, and I didn't expect for it to stay blue. I did not expect frozen blue on top of a snow pile in the morning.
Party punch.
Party punch, thank you.
And mind you, it was not a party and was not punch.
I wanted to punch the guy who thought that was okay. Atrocious. One other thing I want to add to it. This is for a topic that we got coming up. So I found out. So question: is that box sent or not quite yet?
It will be for sure this week now that everything is together.
So I actually saw when I went to Cumbies today. Giggity. I saw that they had the electric blue and the bad apple. I did not pick them up. I was in a rush, but I noticed something. It's sugar, not ultra,
Yep, yeah. Yeah, they have like 40 to 50 grams of sugar in each.
and not 300 calories, but 200-ish, right?
I think it's just the regular 180, I do believe. 180, 200, whatever the
The
heck. The
180, the 180 is in Green Monster, not the new Green Monster.
Yeah, so we have some decent stuff to review in these next upcoming weeks because we have the Alani fall flavors, we have the cotton candy, and then the pumpkin spice cream. We have the 5 new Rise protein flavors slash prebiotics. And then
Get your hands on them.
additionally, as you just brought up, the electric blue monster, the air quote new orange dream creamsicle from
Now, is that
Monster.
regular or is that ultra?
Nope, none of these are ultra. And then
Damn.
there's the bad apple. But I did notice today, funny enough, as I went to go buy pre-workout today at my GNC, that my GNC was stocked on the new Rise protein probiotic flavors. The other thing I additionally did get for your sake, which I'll try here soon as well, and be a comparison, is I did get, and you'll be a fan to hear, Gorilla Mind Patty's tea that you tried a week or two ago.
It did.
I know,
Yes.
I know you're a big fan of Gorilla Mind, and I've had very hit or miss experiences with them.
Yes. And again, if you find that black can, please so help me God, try it again. Don't know what it is, but but literally, I still say to this day that's the best one.
Was that the one that I really didn't care for?
Yes, and I think I have had a bad can of it. I have. But I still think to this day that's the best one. But needless to say, I'm itching for some of these things we gotta try. And some of the things that seem like very hard to find. Like for instance, I found this out because you remember he's a professional skater. Does the name Jaws come to mind?
Not in the professional skater sense.
Yeah, this guy Aaron Hamoki, aka Jaws. This guy is famous for remember that 25 stare Ali Balala attempted but he didn't make?
Is that the one that you sent me a week or two ago? Where the guy like cleared the staircase a week or two ago?
No, that was Chris Jocelyn.
That I remember. Okay, so I have no idea about Jocelyn.
So Jaws ended up doing kickflip melon down El Toro, I want to say 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. And did it, and when during the landing, he snapped his tail and still rode away clean. But yes, he's with a company called Gorilla Energy in the Arizona area. Yeah, not Gorilla Mind, Gorilla.
Gorilla.
And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell are we doing now? Conflict of interest. It's the three companies making a glitch energy all over again. And I hated that. Hated it. And then going alongside it, there's one company that I like, but it's so hard to find, and it's Accelerator. I want to try the cotton candy that's being advertised by Livy Dunn. Not because she has a nice ass, because I want to try Accelerator cotton candy.
Firstly, I don't even know who you're talking about. Secondly, I don't think that has anything to do for a reference of trying a cotton candy flavor.
They gave her, you know how they gave Selena Carpenter the advertising for Alani cotton candy?
No, I guess I never saw any advertising for it, to be honest.
I have, yes. So essentially, they gave the advertising, they gave it to Livy Dunn. And for context, she is a popular gymnast for the college LSU, and her boyfriend for many years now is Paul Skeens. He's the one of the best pitchers in baseball for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yar.
And he's probably the best. If I had to get a comparison, there's some people comparing him to Roger Clemens. He's the man.
Man, I'm glad you know all this sports talk because
I know. I know. But yes, to say the least, her boyfriend is the man. And I have no idea if they will ever have kids one day, but my God, a multiple time gymnast like that, who the last, outside Simone Biles, I've never heard of a gymnast getting this much coverage. And then when you have one of the best pitchers in the game, which, hell, if not Roger Clemens, you might compare him to Verlander at this point.
what do you define as
I
a?
know you know that name.
I do know that name. What do you define as a gymnast then?
She's a competitive gymnast.
Gymnast like gymnastics?
Yes.
What about the name Tiffany Stratton?
I know where you're going with this.
She didn't start that way. That's how she started. That name's got exposure. That's got a big name to it. Was originally a gymnast. To my
Yes.
to my understanding, U.S. Olympic gymnast.
Yes.
Yes,
But needless to say, you kind of know where I'm going with this.
I do.
And to make sure that both of our Our ladies, don't get too pissed. We'll get off the topic.
Oh, trust me, no piss to here, especially because it's not Tiffy time anymore. It's Steffi time, okay?
Ah, Christ almighty. Uh,
Look, I would be lying if
I
I
got
said I didn't get woken up by my significant other this morning today at 7:30 a.m. because Raw started at 8 a.m. this morning because it was still live in Perth.
ugh.
And trust me, it's also okay. She's not a fan of Tiffy time, so.
That's good. That's good. Like I said, man, you struck gold by not having a jealous significant other.
Hold on, pause it though. For anybody possibly in live chat, would you please clip that in a joking sense because he did say "our ladies." So is there something I am learning, Mr. Relly?
Complicated. Or
Oh,
needless
it's
to say,
complicated.
to say the least, I thought she'd be moving back up north. She's not. But, it's just one of those sparks or one of those flames that still have something but never will come of it. It's kind of been like that on and off thing for like a couple years
We
now.
talking moving north? Is it moving like Michigan north, or we talking like down to Florida, coming up north to you?
East coastline was Connecticut, New York sidebound, 995, then down to Virginia. She's gonna be content there for now on.
That's
There's talks about her coming back up, but that's all dying down.
that's complicated.
That window is fully shut. That's more shut than a Jets Super Bowl, unfortunately.
Damn, he went there. You hear that? Jets are never going to the Super Bowl again. Actually, it's almost about as shut as a Lions Super Bowl. I said it.
No, no. You see, it was different because you have a different regime that broke the curse. If you know history, there's a lot of sports superstitions. I will give you a better one. You know who's an original NFL team that's been cursed for almost 100 years?
Miami Dolphins.
No, the Arizona Cardinals.
Really?
So allegedly, the
Allegedly.
story it so apparently this is the story. There was this team up north. I'm not sure if it was Michigan, Chicago, or whatever. I'm not sure if this was when they were the Chicago Cardinals or whatever. They moved a little bit throughout history. So did the Athletics and baseball, and that's why they're fucking poverty, but that's a topic for another time. So supposedly they had to forfeit their championship trophy because they wanted to do an exhibition against a college team for revenue purposes. The NFL, which was a nonprofit organization at the time, said no, and they had to forfeit the trophy. They gave it to the Cardinals and they took it as their own. Since then, they've only gotten close one time, and that was with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald, both respected Hall of Famers, and they fell short to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the mid 2000s. That's the closest they've gotten to one since.
Of all teams, it's gonna be to Big Ben, huh?
Yes. And just remember that Curse from the Lions was removed for two reasons. One, they passed the torch over to the granddaughter, if you remember. The owner passed it on to her, I think it's his daughter or granddaughter, and whoever did decides to hire the right people in charge, and Dan Campbell running the ship is the hire from the said charge. So instead of her meddling and making these decisions, she's having the football people do football things. And also, here's the other alleged conspiracy for all this time. They believe Joe Namath made a deal with the devil and he said, make us win tonight and the Jets never have to win another Super Bowl forever. But because Joe Namath was such a drunk, they don't believe how true or not true it is. But do they believe it's possible? Well, let's be honest. Look in front of you. Look at what all the non sports fans think about the New York Jets. JETS, just end the season. The amount of people in the tri state area on off themselves watch. You're telling me that there's no jinx or curse no effect? I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but if you don't think it's possible, oh baby, I want an explanation. I want a I want a 2,000-page paper on my desk by Friday night if
Look,
you think that that's not the case.
I've lived through the time of the Lions being the 018 season losers, and for a
0 and
very, very
16.
yeah, sure. 0-16, very long losing streak. I remind you, I'm sure you didn't hear it. In some ways you may have, but I heard it for a very long time, all the time here in MI, that Mr. Stafford was the problem. Stafford's the issue. Stafford this, Stafford that. And then he gets traded
Stafford
and he goes to the Rams and he wins the Super Bowl. But Stafford was the problem. And I'd love to throw that
okay,
in the Lions fans' face here, okay? Because I
so
think it's
there's a
funny.
couple things to comment about that. Number one, Stafford was the pick that you guys had after the 0 and 16 season. That's number one. Did the injuries play a part? Yes. But also, if you remember the head coach, Fat Patricia, yeah, you remember him. Matt Patricia, big beard, pencil behind the ear.
Probably vaguely if you showed me a picture.
He was useless.
Well,
It comes down to
they all here love to have said it was Matt Stafford issue all along, and he was always the reason why we got nowhere. And again, he gets traded, wins the Super
but
Bowl,
if you look at
hilarious.
do you actually have any idea the players that ended up coming into that trade that are on that team right now?
No, I don't. I don't follow football like you do.
So, if you were to look at that roster right now that makes them competitive, right? So, there was a quarterback uh trade in there, right? You had Jared Goff, but in there, again, these are with the picks that were received and this trade's all done. Jameson Williams. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is Samoan or Hawaiian. Meliofonu, I think. Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Broderick Martin. Sam Laporta is a top 5 tight end in the league. Jameer Gibbs is a top 5 running back in the league, and Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback in the league. So if you look at what you guys built from that trade, yeah, did the Rams get their Super Bowl? Yeah, they did. But at the same time, look at the system in place, and all it comes down to it is sometimes you just have to be your very best on that day. I think that you should have been to Super Bowl after beating the 49ers and that was self-sabotage. Yes. But the fact that's even been close and the fact that they didn't sniff anything and they said Stafford's the problem. Yeah, sure. I understand that, Megatron retired early and
R.I.P.
he said that if the team was more competitive that he would stay around. I still think he's the number 4 wide receiver of all time. Yeah. If you were to just watch him, you don't have to know sports to know how good Calvin Johnson was. They don't call him Megatron for nothing. Jerry Rice don't got that nickname. Randy Moss don't got that nickname. Terrell Owens doesn't have a nickname like that. If you go by just pound for pound, just talent and overpowering somebody, Calvin Johnson. I fully believe that.
So who has the nickname then? The NFL Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime?
Yeah, who's Optimus Prime?
There's Prime, but not Optimus Prime. Yeah, there's just a Prime. There's no Optimus.
Well, if you can't have Megatron without Optimus Prime, so. And on that
Fair point.
note, that's a good spot to end off 169. Nice.
So hopefully we get these reviews coming soon. If you are a non-sugar free, as in if you are a regular, I like sugar in my energy drinks, let us know. Let us know your favorites. Let us know topics that we should cover in downtime. For example, I got into a good discussion with a couple of people about Xbox gaming consoles as a whole. And I think Teach that would be a phenomenal subject. But another time, we're gonna have plenty of episodes. We got plenty of downtime, a lot of stuff to review. And we will catch you hopefully next week. That would be the 20th. In the meantime, people, it is getting cold outside. It is spooky season. So please make sure that you got your oil, make sure you got your heat, take your ACs out, catch the leaks, watch out for vermin, all that. Drink your freaking water, caffeine optional. And with that, you all have a good Monday night. Take it easy, everybody.